My name is Kevin Petty, and I am the CEO for a company called Aris LLC. I never knew that I would be sitting here today having the expertise and the background that I do in the transportation arena. I started my career as a high school teacher. I taught math and I taught geography. And geography was the thing that got me interested in learning about the weather because there's a component of physical geography. I was really lucky in that after my PhD, after I completed that, I took a postdoc at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. And I was extremely interested in transportation weather, and through that program, decided to work with the Research Applications Lab, in which I oversaw surface transportation as well as some aviation weather. I've also been an offering manager for a company called Vaisala, which manufactures instrumentation to measure weather and climate. We used a lot of road weather information system type data. So you might be driving down a highway and you'll see a weather station on the side of the road. That's often called an RWIS station, or a road weather information system. And those data are critical for road weather operations. Vaisala works in a number of what we would call verticals in the private sector, verticals that include transportation, also energy, maritime, defense, things like that. And road weather is a key component of what they do. And as an offering manager, I help to deliver products for surface transportation, particularly the road sector. I help to stimulate innovation around devices and sensors that would help mitigate the impacts of weather on transportation. You're always thinking about how do you improve efficiency and safety. Efficiency and safety can be improved through things like observations. Those are key to our understanding of the atmosphere and current conditions. And then in addition to that, how do we predict what's going to happen in the future? Because once we can tell an end user what's going to happen, they can take action and use that actionable information to make critical decisions about safety and operational efficiency. When we think about road weather specifically, you might be talking to a plow driver one day, and then the next day you're talking to somebody in the traffic management center, trying to give them information about the weather and about road conditions. And in addition to that, doing road modeling. They predict the road temperature, the road state at that surface and then underlying surface. If we look at things like aviation, one day you might be talking to an airline who needs information about what's going to happen with the weather. How can we plan more effectively? In my opinion, one of the key challenges is around the amount of attention that gets paid to different sectors within transportation. When an airplane falls out of the sky, there is a lot of attention put on that. But we have hundreds of people dying on our roadways every day, and those accidents are oftentimes related to weather. But it doesn't get as much attention because it's one person here, two people here. That's a challenge in transportation. So the question becomes, how do we get the right attention on the right problems, get the right funding, and derive the right solutions? Skills that are really meaningful, of course, are knowing the fundamentals. Do you have a background in atmospheric science, first and foremost? How do you apply that knowledge to different problems within transportation? And then finally, how do you communicate that to people that may not understand? And that's one of the most important aspects of what you might do in the private sector. You have to take what is really technical information and translate it into information that people can understand and use. In addition to that, maybe take time to take a business course. Understand in the private sector, what are some of the key drivers that you're looking for as part of that business? What's really unique about the transportation sector is that there are so many different challenges out there. We should look at those challenges as opportunities. So whether you're looking at aviation or you're looking at port operations or roadway operations, there are so many opportunities and problems that need to be solved. There's a lot to do and a lot of complex problems that we can go after.